the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Chiefs and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. This is Smith with a grab. Down to the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Newton now to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Chiefs in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. It'll be caught by Rice. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead. Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Able to power through. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Yellow. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Yellow, yellow, my side. Mahomes going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice
nice start. Picks up the first down and then some.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. They go play fake. Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rice. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush is just too hard on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now they bring the tight end in motion right. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. Touchdown! And Xavier Worthy from a yard out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. These two teams all tied after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Here's Newton. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. We're now a 3rd down and 8. To throw is Newton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Despite this strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now it's Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Play action. It's Newton. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. They fake the give. Newton. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. On play action, it's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Third down and 1. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Here's 2nd and 3. At the 17-yard line. Now Mahomes. Got a man. It's Brown. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Mahomes now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 157, moving him past Terrell Owens and into a tie with Randy Moss for 4th on the all-time list. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe we can get this game tied up.
Newton now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He's got his target. That's complete. Look at the big man lumber. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice headed back onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play as borne out by the numbers. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I don't think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Quick slant to Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Mahomes. That'll be called by Rice. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now it's Mahomes again. He finds his man, complete. That's Rice. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Mahomes going to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And at the break, it is the Chargers who are out in front. Ladd McConkey, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, let's get to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. The Giants trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Raiders. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a yard.
At the 43-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, that's football for me.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers' 17-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Off play action. Newton. That's taken in by Watson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Panthers.
Play action. It's Newton. And this one complete to Smith. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Newton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Down to the 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as he'll go for 2 here.
The Chiefs will set up.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. To the air again, Newton. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now Newton. Underneath, he's got Olsen. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Final minute now in the third quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his fourth rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Pacheco gets it again on second down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Cam goes out wide quickly. And he'll be out right at the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Newton out wide. That's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Newton now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Throwing again is Newton. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation. Show them a shotgun, then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Handoff running left, Brooks. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That 2nd down play, that's a -4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Gino Gresso coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game. But to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field, and he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Here's 1st and 10. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Steps away. Able to get away. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still, some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Well, the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here's 1st and goal. Newton to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 31-28. 55 seconds remaining. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. And that's complete to Brown. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Mahomes will get this complete to Worthy. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Mahomes firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Mahomes. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, of course, this win a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown, because they're going to get everyone's best shot.